by saying welcome back to the channel. For any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back now. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to start a probably 3 to 5 part series. And it's called the Remodel, where I'm basically changing up the garden and creating new boxes and just making it work for me better. So what we're going to do in this episode, we're going to start with the potato. I don't know if it's going to finish in this episode or we'll get started anyway. So the plan for this box is, if you're new obviously, I grew, I think it's 16.2 or 16.5 kilos of potatoes. The size of the box, I feel like I should have done better. So what we're going to do is, I feel like I can get the same sort of yield with a smaller box. So we're going to reduce this box by about a metre, probably a metre and 2-3. But that allows me to basically put in 2 or maybe 3 new boxes that I'm going to grow my garlic in. Because my garlic in the greenhouse didn't work as well due to it being too hot. So we're going to make the garlic grow outside and then probably get a couple more stuff in here. But anyway, let's get started on the potato box. So as you can see, a lot of these woods are rotted out. You can see it's got fungus on it, which basically just eats at the wood and rots it. But I made this box quick and easy just to obviously grow potatoes. When was this? I think 4 or 5 years ago. So it's lasted pretty well, to be honest with you. But all the boxes I make now are basically internally bagged. So it's got like a bag around the side that protects it from water and that. But yeah, I thought just let you know before you think the whole thing's rotted. It's just parts of it. But obviously, like I was saying to you, it's all been made better now. So yeah, as you can see, this is crazy. This yellow raspberry is trying to spread everywhere. I've just been pulling out roots all over the place. Look, the thing is, you can actually cut these and plant these up, which I'm going to do. But yeah, back to it. So obviously, if you know, you've been there for a while, you know everything in this garden is recycled. So all this wood is recycled. So if I break down a box or break down something I've done, I don't throw away anything. So it just gets reused. So what we're going to do is, the box across is 176. So what I've done is I've joined 2 woods and I'm going to join it in the middle. But all this is going to get bagged. So obviously water don't get into it, damage. So what I've got to do is just make basically one side of the thing and then bag it and then put it on. So let's get to it. So if you're wondering what I'm doing is, I'm just putting an anchor in the wall so I can basically bolt. So basically each side has got a stump that normally goes in the ground. But what I've noticed is it rots out too quick. So what I'm going to do is put an anchor to the wall and attach it to the wall, but it's going to be fully bagged. So it should last for a very, very long time. As you see, I've just wrapped it in plastic. That's about 4 or 5 times. So what we're going to do, run the screw through. Come through. There we go. Get that lined up. But obviously, because I finged it, got to knock it down a bit. And then just drive it in. Like that, and that is solid, that ain't going nowhere. Lovely. thing as well, make sure you overlap when you bag, make sure you overlap each one and leave a bit at the bottom so you can fold over, because this is a section that's going to sit on the floor. So obviously if you don't do this bit, there's no point, because all the water is going to seep up through the bottom part. So make sure you overlap it and staple it on the other side. So let's get this fitted. We've got that all done. That box is finished now. It's actually been a couple of days later. What happened was, when I had my tripod with my camera set up here, the tripod decided to go for a wander, dropped and broke my mic. I had to order another mic. So yeah, happy days. But now what I want to do is, so as we got that one done, I want probably 2 boxes here that I'm going to build, but I also want a box here. So what I need to do is move all these logs out the way first, and then get into building. You wanna know me, hanging in the corner with a nose, high on whatever it is. They're probably 2.5 meter box by maybe 0.5 meter, so it should be a decent sized box. So the tools I'm gonna need for this, well, you don't really need it, but what I'm gonna use, I've got a miter saw. This is a guide miter saw. I bought this. It's probably one of my first ever tools I brought from Argos. If you check, obviously, how much other tools I use, there's like the walls and other stuff, but this is the first tool. I don't really use it that much, but I'm gonna use it because I've got a lot of repetitive cutting, so I'm gonna use this to do it. But you can use a saw, you can use a circular saw. That's what I normally use. Circular saw and speed square is what I normally use, but I'm gonna use this today. But all I'm gonna do is build a box here and a box there. But this one, I've got a lot of wood, a lot of pallet wood that I just always collect pallet woods and just break them down, just keep them, and I use them to make my own boxes. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is get cutting, get building. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later, trying to find me, still trying to figure out the line, peace, looking for the love inside me. So we got all the wood cut now, and there's 2 ways you can do it. They're technically the same way, but they're different at the same time. So if this is the end cap, if you place the wood here, and I use a brad nailer, I think you should invest in one. They're really good. But yeah, so you can basically brad nail it in this way and then screw it after, and then sit your next piece like this. So if you do it, for instance, if you do it like that, and then you put it there like that, it's just like a cleaner, bit of a cleaner look. Or you can do it the opposite way. You put the longer pieces, you put the longer pieces this way, and then you make it sit like that. They're both pretty much the same way. Some people like it that way, some people like it the other way. I think I might do it on the shorter piece. That might be easier. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it on the shorter piece. So yeah, let me get into that now. What you want to do as well is measure. I've got a scrap piece. It's the same length. So what you want to do is measure it like this. So basically when you put your piece up, it's going to be really flush to it. And it makes your job so much easier. Make sure it's flush, like so. Like that. I have to keep it as straight as possible. This is why I say a brad nailer, because you only really need one hand for it. There we go. And basically if you do that both sides, it basically lines you up to do all the rest of them. So you don't have to do the same thing again, you have to line them up flush with this one.
Sometimes, don't know how I feel that way sometimes. Yeah, think how we can set out on the weekend. Funny how I kinda like this life. Funny now I kinda like this life. I like this life.
We've got that all done now, and there's a new product I brought that I'm gonna see if it's any good, because I don't know if it's good or not, but I need to try it. So I'm gonna try. If you know, obviously, if it's not sealed in, it's going to start to rot. It's going to rot anyway, but I want to try make this last as long as possible. So I brought something. It's basically a wood sealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the inside of these boxes with wood sealer and the outside with stain. I'm not going to tell you to get it yet because I don't know if it's any good, but we'll pretty much learn together. So let's see if it's any good. Checked online, had some really good reviews on it, so we'll see. Oh, it's painted on. I suggest probably using a new roller. So this is a new roller. So it says all you got to do is just paint it on. Oh. I'm going to try to do it heavy. I don't want to do any light coats because I want this to last. Oh, that might be better using a brush. It's very messy. And I want to make sure I get the bottom parts because this will be sitting against the floor, and I feel like this is where it will soak up most of his moisture. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nose, yeah. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out the mind piece. Looking for the love inside me.
together on the weekend. Funny how I kinda like this life. Funny now I kinda like this life. Now I like this life.
So we've got all the boxes made now, and the next part we're going to do is we've got to stain them on the outside. So what I've done is, I had that sealer when I just brought to do the inside of the box, and I thought if I mix that with the wood stain, maybe it might seal a bit better. So we're going to try it. So what I've done over here, I've mixed the wood stain in, and the wood stain is dark oak, so I've mixed that in with the wood sealer. I've done about 70 to 30 ratio, so 30 being the sealer, and then obviously 70 being the stain. So what we're gonna do is stain these all up and then see how they look. That's it finished now. Come to the end of the video. As you can see, I've got this box done, that box, that box. They're off the floor at the moment because I'm probably going to put another couple coats on, not of the stain, of the sealant inside. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to part 1 of the garden remodel, and I hope you tune in for part 2. But for now, catch you in the next one. Bye.